for the designated visiting team, the Westlake Thunder. Number 1, a 6'2" senior, Jared McGregor. Number 2, a 6'4" senior, Trey Christensen. Number 3, a 6' senior, Austin White. Number 4, a 6'3" senior, Drake Allen. And number 20, a 6'6" senior, Cooper Batson. The Thunder's head coach is Nate Carlin, with assistants Ron Carlin.
Welcome into the D Event Center on the campus of Weber State University, the site of the 2019 6A Boys State Championship Basketball Tournament. Brought to you on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart of Deseret News Rewind with you. Our commentary is brought to you by Tosh, Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. Our matchup, the Region 1 number 2 seed Davis taking on the number 3 seed out of Region 4, Westlake. Let's start first with Westlake. This is a team, Dane, that every team in this tournament should not want to play.
This is a team, Dusty, that I went out on a limb for early on in the year and said would make the playoffs, and they're even better than I thought they would be. And when you look at what they were able to do in Region 4, man, so impressive. And you talk about Jared McGregor, one of the better shooters in the classification. I would love to see them run more sets for him, but you have a guy like Trey Christensen that does a lot of the dirty work, Austin White, and then Cooper Matson is back, a young man that tore his ACL in the summer and able to work back to get back in this rotation for this team. This is a legitimate state title contender in the Westlake Thunder.
Made it to the semifinals a year ago. Now the Davis Darts, this is a team up and down a little bit, but their highs are very, very high.
They are. You have Jake Sampson, who's, again, a really good shooter. Just a junior, came on the scene big this year. And then you've got experience in Garf, a young man that can slash and get to the lane, as well as a guy like Brendan Redford, who I think is a real key today for Davis if they expect to get the win over Westlake.
Leonhardt up top now, working around is Sampson, now Rigby, or pardon me, Garf. Leonhardt out to Tyson Garf for 3, and that's a great start for Coach Chad Sims.
All right. So all week, whenever people have been asking me, what do you think about Davis? My question, or my response has been, depends if they shoot the ball well. If they shoot the ball well, then we're in for a whale of a ball game, maybe the best of the day. But if they don't, I could see Westlake getting away with this. And the fact that Garf able to hit that 3, you know, or it looks like they're focused and ready to go. And Davis able to save that out off of Westlake. It'll go back to the darts.
That goes off of Matson. Nice hustle there from K.O. Fisher. Now this isn't a slide at all. This is the smallest Davis student section I can recall at a state tournament. Hopefully they're all kind of stuck in the Kaysville northbound traffic. As Garf hanging on the outside, nice defense, and it's Sampson for 3, doesn't get it, and the rebound claimed by White, as it was Drake Allen that hit the floor moments ago, as White forces the contact, wave off the bucket, and he'll be on the floor.
You know, one of the things about this Westlake team, and just watch for this during the course of this game, they are never flat-footed, Dusty, ever. It does not happen. They're always moving without the basketball, setting back screens, all sorts of stuff. Watch for Westlake, particularly in the half court. It's what makes them so difficult to defend.
Oh, what a play there by Garf. Give it up to Sampson. Tyson Garf does all kinds of things to help out this Davis team. He's long as a 3 from Leonhardt. Got it. Straight away, and Davis now up 6-0. Up the 4th, White. And now on the angle of Matson, straight away, 3 on the way and off from Graydon Fawcett.
Well, a little surprised Westlake settling for that shot, particularly down 6-0. I'd go inside.
And Garf knocks down his second 3 of the quarter. Coach Carling takes a timeout. A 9-0 start for Davis. 6:05 left in the first. You're watching this 6A basketball tournament.
Checking in for the Thunder, number 4, Drake Allen. Get tournament scores by following UHSAA on Twitter @UHSAA Info.
A 9-0 start here for Davis as Tyson Garf's knocked down 2 threes. Leonhardt adds another as White had that ball tipped, and it's Garf on the run. Garf outside to Redford. Now Leonhardt. And he'll back things up and restart it for Coach Sims. Leonhardt comes off a couple double screens. Into the corner, K.O. Fisher, long range 2 is a little long, and the rebound claimed by Westlake.
All right, get this ball in the paint. There you go.
And a take and finish by McGregor, or pardon me, Trey Christensen. And Trey Christensen, someone we saw against PG and really caught our eye.
Boy, he's really stood out this year, particularly in the absence of Matson. Matson's only been back for, what, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks or so? And Trey Christensen's really had to stand up and do a great job of it.
Up top now with Sampson. On the angle with Garf. Redford hands back to Leonhardt. Sampson comes off that pick. Look at the ball movement here from Davis.
Yeah, fantastic. It's not getting stuck anywhere. And how about the patience as well? We've seen Davis at times where maybe they get a little anxious and try to take bad shots. Not so today, as an illegal screen here going to be called on Sampson.
Of all the screens that were set, that's the one that draws the foul. So now down the floor we go with the Westlake Thunder. Enter inside to Trey Christensen. Trey send it outside. 3 on the way, off the mark from Drake Allen. Rebound grabbed by Fisher.
Boy, great defense by Garf down low. They got the ball inside to Christensen, but Garf wasn't biting on anything. Stood tall, maintained his ground, forced that ball back outside. And this Westlake team, Davis has not struggled shooting in this gym. Westlake has yet to make a perimeter shot, Dusty. The only points were at the rim.
There's Redford inside to K.O. Fisher. Fisher sends up top to Sampson. Now Redford trying to put on the floor, and it's stolen. Going the other way is White. Leaves it for Drake, and he misses the dunk.
That kind of a first quarter for Westlake.
And now a foul on the drive on Trey Christensen, adding a little salt to the wound.
I mean, really? Like, you get a breakaway and shoot one more pass, you got McGregor even. But you can lay that ball in. Instead, you're going for the emphatic dunk, try to get some energy, and it rims out.
And it's a quiet gym right now as well. That does not help with anything. As Fisher, nice job, finding man, blocked by Allen. And then Drake lost it out of bounds. How about that kind of first quarter?
Man.
You get the great play, and it's not even like a bad play. He just lost his footing and turns the ball over.
You hope these are just first quarter nerves if you're a Westlake fan, right? That, hey, settle in, get a couple minutes under your belt, we'll be okay. But man, they've got to get comfortable in this ball game, because so far, I mean, it just looks like they're not flowing like they did in the regular season.
Garf into the corner to Leonhardt. Give it up to Redford. Takes the bump, gets the bucket, and Redford will go to the line.
Redford for a chance at the line for the three-point play, and right now every point that has come off of a three-point play. So no pressure, Brendan, but you know, you don't want to ruin that streak early on.
No, sir. And he got it. Oh, Dane threw the pressure on. Look at that, he just handled it.
Yeah, all those who say there's a broadcaster's curse, psh, that's only when Dusty talks about Corner Canyon. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
On the angle, Trey Christensen off the screen from Matson. 2:45 left in the quarter. Out to White. Drive the base. White. No call on the contact there on Fisher. Inbound along the baseline.
When was the last time you saw Davis play with this much energy and physicality?
The end of the Fremont game.
So the last time you saw him play. All right then, fair enough.
But enter the game this way, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Been a while. No, the way they finished that Fremont game, remember we left and like, wow, if that's a Davis team that shows up in the state tournament. We got a foul on the floor. And a foul go on Sampson. And that is the 13th foul on Davis.
And the second on Jake. I thought the second, but maybe I'm wrong.
Matson put on the floor. A little too strong, and rebound taken there by Redford, and the board was just late getting up there. And now a foul going the other, pardon me, carry. They got Garf with the carry, and it's Westlake basketball. Now starting to get a little discombobulated here inside of the D Event Center. Game number 5 on the day, right?
Yeah.
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 Trying to remember. Now we're in the afternoon session if we were doing the NCAA tournament.
Which is like the early evening, but you know, it's all good. It's what happens when you start games at 9:30 in the morning. Just imagine us at 9:10 tonight, huh?
Oh, we're gonna be punchy. McGregor steps out of bounds. And it's Davis basketball up 10. And Matson went for the steal. Nice job of tracking that down by Arrington. And then Redford
threw it away.
Threw it away. Saw someone that wasn't there.
Wasn't even into his own bench. You know, we saw last game, Cypress threw it away, but it was at least a player on the bench. That one, don't know if it was a miscommunication or what.
White hanging on a pivot, steps inside the arc and hits. Austin White with the first long-range shot of the day.
First field goal away from 4 feet. Does that help to kind of settle the nerves here for the Westlake Thunder?
Arrington, be careful, that 5 count here. Give it up to Garf. Look around up top. As Redford sends up top, pump the 3. Give it up to Redford, reverses and scores.
Well, it probably could have been an and one as well. I thought Redford took some contact up high. But that's a great job of executing by Arrington. Able to just kind of bait that defense and allow for the open look.
Garf with the steal, now going the other way. Allen, give it up to Trey Anderson, and he can't get her.
That's the second time, Dusty. Fast break opportunity, odd man rush, you're at the rim. Both times go unfinished for Westlake. Wow.
So Leonhardt walks it into the front court. Remember, no shot clock in Utah High School basketball. They can take down all this time here at the end of the first quarter. They got the ball around 45 seconds. As Garf terminates and gets it over to Leonhardt. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. And now this is Arrington. Hand off Redford, 9 seconds. Now Sims. Arrington send up top to Redford, 3 seconds. This will count. No! It's a charge after the pass as Chandler Allen stood in there.
The second on Redford and 2 on Sampson. It's 14-4. Davis has to feel really good. But 2 of their better players now with 2 personals at the end of the first quarter. Something to keep your eye on here.
So 1 second left in the quarter. It's Matson blocked. Sims got the block. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The end of 1, it's Davis 14, Westlake 4. You're watching the 2019 6A State Tournament on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
UHSAA is a proud partner for Dairy West, which supplies the dairy farm families throughout Utah. Dairy farmers have been committed to Utah high school activities for over 30 years, and the devotion remains just as strong today. Please thank your local dairy farmers as we thank them for their support. Mountain American Credit Union is proud to be the new title sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association. Visit macu.com for more information. And thank you, Mountain America. Thanks to the Deseret News for being the title sponsor for all academic All-State awards. Check out the Deseret News for the best place to read about French sports. Online at desnews.com.
Heinemann Associates is dedicated to winning for its clients, no matter if you need help with drafting a will, take care of your estate planning, or protecting your business, or even a personal injury. They want to win for you. Give them a call at 801-472-4472. Or sorry, 7742. So it's 801-472-7742. Well, Dane, that first quarter, Coach Sims would take it. I don't know that Coach Carling saw that kind of first quarter from his team all year.
Yeah, if he didn't have their focus prior to the game, he certainly does now. There's another giveaway. How many turnovers does Westlake have, Dusty? I mean, it feels like Davis has been so active defensively.
3 up and short and out of bounds. Sampson could not get that one to drop.
And, you know, we talked early on about how much Westlake moves. Normally they're very sure with the basketball. You don't see a lot of turnovers from this group. And I don't know if they just weren't prepared for the length of Davis. I mean, you know, we've seen Davis before, but when you haven't seen Davis and then you see them, you're like, man, they're long. And maybe that doesn't come off on film, and when you're on the floor, it's a little different. But, man, I mean, I'm just really surprised at how frequently Davis has been able to disrupt some of the passes from Westlake.
I think Tyson Garf's probably one of the more surprising players at Davis. You see him on film, like, yeah, he's pretty long, he's not that quick, and then you get on the floor, and he does everything. Look at the steal. Rigby can't get it to go. And a rebound claimed by Christensen. White going the other way, give it up to Christensen. And Christensen can't get it to go. And we got bodies hitting the floor for Westlake.
Hayden Fury nearly came down on his own guy.
Rigby sent to the corner, 3 on the way, and off the mark. And the rebound taken by Davis, then stolen by Fawcett.
Man, talk about a weird sequence. I mean, this is just kind of all over.
Coach Carling, none too pleased, as White gives it up to Christensen, who lays it in with the left hand. That started with a great play by Graydon Fawcett under the hoop to steal that rebound away, and Westlake able to get some points.
You know, when Davis, for as hot as they started, and they haven't scored in a little bit, and they've had a couple of good looks, haven't been able to get it fall, so Davis starting to cool off on the offensive side here.
McGregor up to the rebound.
This is the young man I look for Westlake to try to get involved. I think you got to go through number 1 right now. I don't think he has a shot yet, Dusty. Is McGregor shot?
I can't remember one. As a foul goes on Westlake, it'll be team foul number 4. Oh, third team foul. They got up there quick. So
it'll be the second on Trey Christensen.
As Leonhardt walking up the floor, 5:35 left in the half. And now a foul away from the ball. This game's gotten very physical. It'll be called on Westlake's number 24, Hayden Fury.
You know, and I kind of expected more fouls to be called in this game. And you look at this second quarter, you mentioned it's gotten more physical. Yeah, I mean, we're having players hitting the deck seemingly every possession. We've gone a while without a lot of whistles. I think that's one of those where we're trying to kind of rein that back in a little bit. And not that, you know, we want a ton of fouls, but you need to have some sort of control in the ballgame, right?
Or just let it go. As they had to go break up Fury and Rigby a little bit there before that inbound play. Garf pull up inside the free throw line, a little strong, and the rebound to Fawcett. Hand off to Allen, up the floor, McGregor. Christensen sent out Fawcett. Can't get the 3 to go, and it's Garf on the rebound, and a foul on Fury, and Fury.
No, they call it on Davis. They call it on Vernon.
Wow.
They said that Vernon hooked him and brought Christensen to the ground.
Closer than us.
Yeah.
So I'll give him the benefit.
Well, and a different angle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's baseline, he's right there. Coach Sims didn't like the call, but that was his explanation, that he hooked him as he was going down and brought the Westlake player on himself. The official was right there, so I mean, I'm with you. I'll give him that one.
As Allen just gets that in time. Almost at the count there. Christensen straight away, can't get the three to go. Matson can't get the board, it's tracked down by Allen. Cross court, Matson.
Get McGregor the ball.
And now the reach in on Rigby. Got him across the arm as he's trying to make that pass.
And that the 7th team foul.
And for Westlake, who's not been able to find their range today, maybe they can get into a rhythm at the free throw line.
Dusty, we're almost 12 minutes into this ball game, and Westlake has 6 points.
Yeah, amazing. As Matson knocks down the front end.
I mean, I legitimately feel shocked. I mean, I'm borrowing there, but there's some legitimacy behind that.
And Matson gets them both. And that's the thing, right? It was for Davis, Westlake has not played well. You got out to a great start, but you expect as well as Davis had played to come out, and the way that Westlake is yet to kind of get going, you'd have a larger lead than 6 points right now. As Redford sends out Leanhart. Back rims the three. Redford with the rebound. Series of moves. Can't get it to crawl home. And on the rebound, it is a foul on Rigby.
Man, is that rim regulation size or what?
So K.O. Fisher will come on for Rigby. Will walk 98 feet down the other end of the floor and shoot some free throws.
And now Rigby with 2. I mean, we talked about Redford with 2, Sampson with 2, and now Rigby with 2. Well, they are adding up in a hurry for the Davis Darts.
And the free throw, that's how it's gone. Nothing's gone easy to the start of this game for Christensen.
If you're Westlake, you're probably surprised that went in. Just because of how this game has gone. That second one looked good.
So 14-10, 4.5 to go here in the first half.
Was it 12-2?
Yes. Into the corner. Now up top, of Leanhart. Rigby now in the corner to Garf. Tyson got caught in the air there, and Redford able to track down the loose ball, send to the far corner. Garf pass up the three, went for the dunk, and it's Christensen with the block. K.O. Fisher.
Boy, Garf came down hard. I'm not quite certain if he hit his head or not, but he was slow to get up, and they're stopping here just to check on Tyson.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a foul. I thought it was a great no call.
I thought it was a great block.
Yeah, Trey Christensen gets right to the rim with the big guy, and it was ball,
yeah,
hands on either side of the ball there. Matson up straight away. Now on the angle, Christensen. Going at Garf, send out. Allen for three. Yes, the first three of the afternoon for Westlake. And it's a three-point game with 3:40 to go in the half.
That's probably the biggest shot up to this point in the ball game. Finally able to get one of those threes to drop, and you see Westlake moving, much more active now.
Christensen with the steal. Christensen down the lane, and one!
Ruh-roh.
How about the take and finish there by Christensen? And it started on the defensive end there for Westlake.
And after trailing Dusty by 10, Westlake on an 11-2 run here in the quarter.
Christensen can't get it. Fawcett battling with Fisher, and that goes out of bounds off of Leanhart.
Boy, the pressure by Fawcett. I don't think Davis loved it. But able to just speed up KO just enough that pass too hot to handle from Leanhart, and it's Westlake ball. They can take the lead.
Inside, Christensen lost him. K.O. Fisher did not know he's behind him, and Christensen lays it home. And Westlake, that was down 12-2, now leads 17-16. You're watching the 6A State Tournament on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
Made with the best of the best ingredients and baked fresh every day in store. Now available at Jimmy John's near you. Freak yeah, Jimmy John's. Stats and standings are available at MaxStrats.com, the official stats partner of the UHSAA. The NFHS wants to know your reason for participating. High school activities allow you to connect to yourself, your community, and your future. Find your place, find yourself, find your reason why. Hashtag #MyReasonWhy. Today's event is being streamed live online and will be available for replay at any time at live.ksl.com.
.310 left in the half, and Westlake on a 15-4 run since a 12-2 start for Davis. And Fawcett trying to save that ball in, couldn't quite get to it. We'll stay here with Davis.
But you see that energy for Westlake is picked up on both sides of the floor, leading to good things for the Hammer of Thor.
And now a foul away from the ball will be called on Fawcett. He and Lienhart got tied up. And that is the 15th foul on Westlake. As Lienhart to trigger in, goes into Redford. Garf now Lienhart. Nowhere to go, sends up top Redford, pulls for three, and Brandon Redford answers for Davis and gives him a 2-point lead. Matson, you lost the handle there, steps out for three, and Ryan Matson from outside. Cooper Matson. 2019 Westlake.
How about that? I mean, K.O. Fisher came from behind, a little bit of contact, forced Matson to lose the ball. He regathers and then just fires up the three. Young man returning from injury. Big addition for Westlake.
What a move there by Garf. With his position, he's always going to be bigger than the guy in the back of him, and just aggressively finishing at the hole.
One of those guys that's difficult to find that right defensive assignment for due to his length and his quickness.
Christensen sends up top, Matson. Back-to-back trays for Cooper Matson.
And how about the arc on both of those threes? A lot of air underneath it. Matson already a lengthy shooter. Both of those looked really beautiful.
Up top, Lienhart gets around Fawcett, can't get it. Christensen cleans the board, sends ahead to Allen. And Allen learned his lesson from the first quarter, lays that one gently off the window. And it's a 4-point lead for the Hammer of Thor. One minute remaining. Up top, Garf, and you get a foul on Allen.
And you know the crazy thing, I mean, for Westlake, McGregor still hasn't scored. Their leading scorer. And again, I don't know that he's taken a shot.
Actually, I can't think of a shot he's taken yet.
Yeah.
Currently not on the floor. Oh, wait, he just came back on. As Garf takes the inbound with 50 seconds left and hands off to Lienhart.
You know what Davis needs? They need some dusty diehards.
Yes, they do.
Don't they?
Yeah. You know what? It's why Alta struggled a little bit lately. They were the originals. K.O. Fisher sends out to Garf. And now Redford down to 30 seconds. Sampson, there you go, gets inside, young man, first points of the first half. One of the best shooters in 6A. Has not gotten it going and gets his first bucket. 25-23. 10 seconds left in the half. Outside McGregor. inside Matson. He got a foul on K.O. Fisher. And it'll be Matson going to the line for two free throws. It'll be a double bonus.
2 on Fisher now. And Matson with 8, all of them coming here in the second frame. Couple made threes. You know, it was one of my questions with Westlake was, is the addition of Cooper gonna disrupt the flow that they've had as a unit this year? And I think it's taken a couple of games, you know, for him to find his piece and the team to find him, but Cooper Matson looks like a great addition back to this unit.
3 seconds left. Redford with 2, 1, counts if it goes. And that'll do it for the first half, and a fun first half it was. Westlake was down 12-2. At one point, they come back, and they now lead 26-23 at the half. You're watching the 2019 6A State Tournament on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Commentary brought to you by Tosh Orthopedic Specialty Hospital, and our scoreboard brought to you by the Heidemann and Associates.
For your halftime entertainment, we have the Westlake Dance Company, which is under the direction of Chelsea Budge. Welcome, Westlake Dance Company. The Westlake Dance Company. Fans, don't forget to visit the shirt stop to pick up your state hoodies out portal 14 at the West Concourse. They also have t-shirts and hats. The shirt stop creates and designs the highest quality custom apparel in the state of Utah. If your team or company is looking for retail quality screen printing, embroidery, or promotional products at a killer price, be sure to reach out to the folks at the shirt stop today. Ladies and gentlemen, each year the Utah High School Activities Association is sponsoring an academic all-state team to recognize those young men and women who have excelled in the classroom as well as in competition. The Deseret News has joined with the UHSAA as title sponsor for this prestigious award. To view this year's academic all-state winners, please visit UHSAA.org. West Jordan and Kearns, will you please have a representative bring your rosters down to the scores table? West Jordan and Kearns High School, please bring your rosters down to the scores table. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, the previous games, Merriman defeated Granger, and Pleasant Grove defeated Weeder. Merriman and Pleasant Grove will play February 27th, tomorrow, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. And Fremont defeated Lone Peak, and Riverton defeated Cypress. Fremont Riverton will play Wednesday at 5:50 p.m.
Start of the third quarter. We remind you that our scoreboard brought to you by Heidemann Associates, and they're dedicated to winning for their clients. No matter if you need help with drafting a will, to set up your estate planning, protecting your business, or even a personal injury, they're a full-service law firm. They're there to win for you. Give them a call at 801-472-7742. Dane, what a crazy first half, and for Davis, they're hoping to see the first quarter Davis more than the second quarter Davis.
Yeah, it really was a story of two quarters. In this quarter, on the first possession, starting off like quarter number 2, a Davis turnover, Westlake on the run, but there's the first shot from McGregor, and it comes in the second half.
But it's Christensen with the putback. And a 5-point lead for Westlake, and maybe the better way to put it for Coach Sims is you're going to see the first quarter Westlake than the second quarter Westlake.
Well, and I think the other thing is for a large portion of that second quarter, Davis didn't have the same energy that they had in the first quarter. And even here on that last possession, I mean, it's the Westlake bench that's trying to cheer on, you know, their starters. Is Garf able to get one in the paint there?
They need Garf to get back to being aggressive with the basketball, and also hope that Sampson can find his stroke from the outside as Christensen is all by himself and nobody saw him.
Well, I was going to say they need that 3-ball to come back. I mean, you think about when they were running, I mean, Dusty, it was a 3 by Lionheart and 3 by Redford and 3s by Garf. I mean, they were shooting from the perimeter well, and they haven't shot well ever since early in that first quarter.
Garf misses on the 3. Redford with the board, hands it back. Tyson along the baseline. 3 in the corner, no, and the rebound taken by Allen.
2 good open looks and can't get either of them to go.
And that was a near steal by Leonhardt, as it's Vernon getting the start here in the third quarter. There's McGregor working on Sampson, now working it around. Christensen give it up to Matson. Christensen will pull for 3 and hit. Redford gave him some room, and Christensen buries the triple.
15 points now for Trey after the tray. And Trey Christensen, I mean, we mentioned how he has really stood up for this Westlake squad in the absence of the injured Matson for most of the year. And it gives him a great confidence so that when Matson's back, now you got 4 really legit scorers on the floor.
Foul on the baseline, the first against Westlake. It went on White. Inbound to Garf, follow away Jay, and Garf with 4 points here in the third quarter. 4-point ball game. 5:35 remaining in the third. Matson outside now to White. Nice hands by Garf. Cooper for 3, back rimmed. And that's got to drive Coach Sims nuts. 3 white jerseys to 1 blue, and it ends up going to Westlake.
It's tapped out, and the Thunder the first to the basketball.
Allen for 3, no, rebound loose, and it'll be on Redford. The foul on Redford, and will stay here with Westlake. That's number 3 on Brandon.
Talked about those fouls adding up in that first half. Number of darts with 2 apiece. And Redford now picking up the third. I think he's critical to Davis' success.
Great inbound play, and it's Cooper Matson with the bucket. And Matson now with 11. And near steal up top, and then it poked away from behind. It's White picking up the foul. That's number 2.
It was a 22-9 second quarter for Westlake, and a 7-4 quarter here in the third. It's 29-13 over the last 12 minutes for the designated visitors out of Region 4.
Leonhardt, nice move and finish by Leonhardt. And a 4-point game again, inside of 4.5 left in third. Christensen, oh, beautiful ball fake, and the foul on K.O. Fisher. And it's Christensen going to line, looking for the 3-point play, and that's the 3rd personal on K.O.
And when you shoot the ball well, you have those options on the perimeter, and Trey Christensen does a great job with that ball fake. to just move KO enough to disrupt his presence on defense and draw the foul, though Trey misses at the line.
Free throw no good. 6-point advantage here for Westlake. Up top with Garf. Garf, nice take, can't finish. The rebound taken by McGregor.
Davis wanted a foul. I thought Allen did a pretty good job of staying vertical.
Allen, nice find to Christensen, send out Matson. Wide open White. Back rims to 3, and a rebound claimed by Redford. Up the floor now, Brandon Redford. So for Davis, has got to stand up and be that guy, and right now it's been Garf trying to get it done. Needs a little bit of help. Lob inside to Redford, or pardon me, to Garf from Redford. Never saying, hey, give us a goaltend. Thought it was a kiss off the backboard.
Did you think that was a goaltend?
I'm trying to think back if he got on the backboard first.
I thought it was before it hit the backboard, but I can't recall either.
Well, coaching staff stayed pretty calm after they didn't give it to him, so they might not remember it either. As Graydon Fawcett comes back on for Westlake. As the free throw is good from Garf. 35-31. We knew this would be a good first round game, and it's proven itself out. Much like that Lone Peak Fremont game. He's one of those coin flippers. Straight away with Matson. Now McGregor, and he lost the handle out of bounds. It is Davis basketball. .50
run for the Darts.
Davis can close it down to one possession with a bucket on this one. Redford along the baseline to Garf. Garf outside to Leonhardt. Now K.O. Fisher. Big fella, can't get that one to drop. Fawcett had the rebound for a moment. Leonhardt saves it to Garf. And Garf foul, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
I think this is on Austin White, and if it is, I think that's, oh, I had what would be number 4.
Well, White on the floor.
Oh, I thought I saw 3 on the floor. He's not. Yeah, so it's Trey Christensen. His 3rd.
And Garf knocks down the first. Got them both. 2-point ball game, 2:45 left in the 3rd.
Davis using the line to get back in this thing.
Lead was as large as 6 for Westlake. They've trailed by as many as 10. And we had a foul away from the ball as the physicality continues to go. And this will go on Sampson, and that's number 3.
Oh, man.
They had Fawcett for a couple of seconds. Leonhardt got mixed up on his assignment. Matson out to Christensen. Thought about 3 and didn't let it go. Matson working on Fisher. Send up top now to Christensen. Allen for 3. Short. Christensen with the board. Trey, reverse it, score it.
Boy, and I mean, Garf's even right there with him. It's just a nice dribble by Christensen to get around him for the reverse lay-in, but wasn't even bad defense by Garf.
Then use the rim too to protect him. Looking inside to Fisher, now goes up top to Sampson. Surprisingly, Sampson still with only 2 points in this ball game. Give it to the guard line of Westlake. And now he gets the foul as McGregor had to know the moment he got up there. Sampson, I think his eyes might have gotten about as big as Mike Singletary's. Like, I got a chance. Either this is going in or I'm getting 3 free throws.
On the line for Davis, Jake Sampson, 3 shots.
And Sampson knocks down the first of 3. Sims set to check in for Sampson as a shooter. And the second rolls off. That kind of afternoon for Sampson, as Trey Christensen rather, will come off. They want him to pick up his 4th. Sampson goes 2 of 3 from the stripe, as he'll come off to not pick up his 4th personal foul. And then final 138. Interesting to see where Westlake goes for this bucket, as everyone's kind of taking a turn somewhat, getting going, except for McGregor, who's fouled by Sims. And that'll be Sims's first. It'll be the team's 4th team foul.
A really nice run put on here by the Darts. Looked like Westlake was going to start to put some distance between they and Davis. And Davis has worked their way back here to win in the quarter to this point.
McGregor step back 3, and we've been waiting for him. McGregor knocks down the triple and pushes it up to a 5-point advantage.
A big shot for Westlake, and McGregor, and leading scorer, want to try to get him going. Boy, maybe got away with a travel there.
The passes up the shot as Garf pulls for 3 and answers.
11 in the quarter now for Tyson Garf. 19 points. A senior trying to lead his Darts to a first-round victory.
Matson can't get that one to go, and here comes Garf going the other way. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Redford rolls it home, and we're tied at 40.
Westlake thought that was a travel, and boy, Coach Carling and his bench trying to provide some assistance to the officials.
3 off the mark for Fury. Had that one slapped away. Leonhardt hit the deck to get it. Fury can't get it. Matson is fouled. That'll be Matson shooting 2 free throws. Redford trying to sell that it was on the floor, but it'll be 2 free throws here for Cooper Matson.
Sims gonna pick this one up. Boy. And Westlake, I mean, a couple good looks, and how about Fury just throwing it up to the rim, hoping it goes in. And it's Matson able to corral it and draw the contact to the line here.
And Cooper's been perfect from the stripe from my memory. Sampson will come back on for Sims for some offense. And Cooper splits the pair. That's a 4-point advantage here for Westlake. Inside of 20 seconds, down to 15. Garf off the screen. Garf rises and fires and hits.
Boy, no help defense on the play, and Garf left just to roam.
McGregor lost the handle, and we'll go back to Davis with 2.7 left in the quarter. Both sides find number 21.
Right.
Leonhardt goes into Redford. Brandon trying to get to the rim. They'll count if it goes. We got a 4th quarter that is promising to be very, very good. At the end of 3, it's Davis 42, Westlake 41. You're watching the 2019 6A state tournament on live.ksl and deseretnews.com. Commentary brought to you by Tosh, your orthopedic specialty hospital.
Download the UHSAA mobile app for scores and brackets. UHSAA is proud to partner with Dairy West, which supplies the dairy farm families throughout Utah. Dairy farmers have been committed to Utah high school activities for over 30 years, and the devotion remains just as strong today. Please thank your local dairy farmers as we thank them for their support. Get $75 when you open a MyStyle checking account at Mountain American Credit Union. With MyStyle checking, you'll earn rewards like gift cards, cashback, event tickets, and more. For details, visit macu.com. The Deseret News sponsors the team trophies for all UHSAA championships. representative from West Jordan High School and Kearns High School. We need your rosters for the next up. Please come to the score table with your rosters.
Start of the fourth quarter. The Davis Darts leading 42-41 over Westlake. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you from Deseret News Rewind. Commentary brought to you by Tosh. Dane, your thoughts of first three quarters?
Well, right now it's the Tyson Garf show. 13 points in the third, 21 to lead all scorers in the contest. You said it best. If you're both sides find 21, I think that's the key here in the fourth.
2-3 zone from Davis. I think they're going to try to force Westlake to shoot out of it. Inside, series of moves. Christensen got that over Redford. And the seesaw battle continues as Westlake reclaims the lead, 43-42.
Boy, Christensen's just been great. 21 points for him and good patience on the interior that time.
Sampson, now Redford, open three. Brandon Redford can't get it. Rebound stripped away by Sampson. Ball still loose. Jump ball belongs to Davis. And
if foul?
Officials are still talking.
I did not see a timeout signaled, so I'm not quite certain if there's a foul or if there's a violation here. Problem is you blew your whistle. You got to make some call, right?
What I love is look at all the players still around the officials.
Normally you see them trying to get players away. This is they're like, hey, everyone, come, Brendan, come on, man. You want to say?
What did you think? What did you have? I don't know. I love this. Christensen's like, back off, back off. Wait a minute. I'll stick.
So free timeout here, both sides. Davis taking advantage. Westlake is not, and now we're going to get a official description of the unknown. Let's just flip a coin, eh?
Yeah, I still kind of perplexed of why we're holding up here.
An inadvertent whistle was called.
Okay, inadvertent whistle.
Westlake had possession. It will remain with Westlake.
Interesting. So an inadvertent whistle, they don't go to the jump ball.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah.
Since Westlake had the basketball, it'll be Westlake ball. And if I'm Davis, well, now Davis is still lined up on the baseline. So
I mean, if I'm Davis, I'm saying, hey, you know, how do you know Westlake still had the ball? Like, we were contesting, we were trying to tie that up. What makes you think that they had definitive possession?
well, they said Westlake ball, but it's Davis lining up still.
Well, interesting.
And
they're not moving the arrow at all.
Three from Sampson off the mark. Rebound is going to be a foul on Redford. Sampson just unable to find the range today. And now again, they've got questions down at the scores table here.
Well, I think the table's saying, hey, you know, are we switching the possession arrow? And now they do. So I think it was not completely understood. So they did switch the arrow. Thus, my guess is they did go to the arrow. Yep.
It was a jump ball.
Yep.
6:55 left in the fourth. Westlake leading by 1. Allen. We had a foul on Allen on the drive, saying he hooked him. And a tough one to go on Allen. And that is now the 16th foul. We'll be shooting free throws the remainder of this ball game. Arrington sends up top to Sampson. Now Leonhardt. Again, no one besides Garf has got double figures here for Davis as K.O. Fisher can take his shot at it, and Matson picks up the foul. It'll be K.O. Fisher going to the line for 2 free throws.
And free throws the rest of the way here. Davis with 16 fouls, Westlake now with 7. Talked about last game how critical free throws can be in a contest. And Exhibit A, that one could have tied it up.
So Fisher misses on the first. He's got one more to tie the game at 43. Splits the pair. So the seesaw will cease for a moment. As Christensen holding up top. Now over to McGregor on the angle to White. McGregor. Matson. Three from White, back rim. And we got a foul on the rebound on Allen. Saw that one.
Yeah. I don't think Westlake fans are going to love it, but Davis is going to be chanting. Remember back in that first quarter there?
Right.
A similar call, foul went against Davis for bringing down a Westlake player. And that one was the right call, easy call.
And we'll walk the other end of the floor since that's a loose ball foul. So now Arrington goes to the line for 1-and-1. And it just rolls in. And Arrington will get another. Got them both. 45-43, Davis reclaiming the lead. Westlake led by as many as 6. And now
lost a shoe.
Oh, at least it didn't explode. So Arrington will get to put his shoe back on.
I don't have an official roster, but I don't think Sam Arrington is 6'8", 265.
And I can see the stock go down a percentage point.
Yeah, yeah.
That was what probably shocked me the most. Darren Ravel tweeted that, and I think, get out of here. No way. Then it did. And then it went right back up.
Overreaction.
Yeah.
Overreaction, right?
Of the millions of shoes produced,
yeah,
one exploded with a freak athlete inside of it. As a nice take, can't finish by White. Garf into the open court. Tyson behind the back. Three from Arrington. Short. And a rebound to Cooper Matson.
Boy, this building would have been the loudest it's been all day had that three gone down. Davis fans trying to will their team to a first-round victory.
As Allen straight away with Matson. Now outside. Nice drive by White, reverses and scores.
Number 30, Austin White.
all. Garf comes off the curl into the corner. Leonhardt can't find the range. Rebound to Arrington.
Boy, what a job he's done in this fourth quarter.
And Coach Sims takes a timeout. 4:45 left. Davis 45, Westlake 45. You're watching the 2019 6A State Tournament on live.ksl and desertnews.com.
Stats and standings are available at HotSpreads.com, the official stats partner of the UHSAA.
We've been waiting for a close one all day today. Lone Peak, Fremont was close for a while, especially in the fourth quarter, got spaced out a little bit. Cypress got within 4, but we're all tied up. 4:45 left as Sampson. The tough day for Sampson continues. Cannot get that one to drop. And now Westlake up the floor with 4.5 left. And for Westlake, they have not been able to find a consistent offensive threat here in the second half. Christensen finds Allen, moving without the basketball.
What a great job of running down the paint Christensen able to find him. Allen with 4 points here in the quarter.
As Garf hits the deck, and now Leonhardt is hit by Matson. There'll be Leonhardt going the line for one-on-one free throws.
Boy, Matson just couldn't hit the brakes. I mean, there was no reason to go flying in, and he's trying to track down that ball. But it will be back to the line for Davis, where they've really lived in this fourth quarter, Dusty. They haven't hit a field goal yet. All their points have come from the line in the fourth.
And Leonhardt short on the front end, and Allen can't save it. It'll be Davis basketball. And Davis, the interesting part is that Garf, who was the man in the third quarter, has not been able to get going here in the fourth quarter. As Fisher give it up to Garf, Tyson got out to Redford. Brandon shifting through the lane and got it. First field goal of the quarter for Davis. 47-47, 3:45 left.
Boy, great recognition that time by Redford. Knows he's in traffic in the lane. Just throw it up high off the glass and let the backboard do the work.
Christensen stolen by Leonhardt. They got numbers, 3-on-2. Redford rolls it home.
4 quick points for Davis, all within about 6 feet. And the Darks retake the lead here.
Matson hands back to Allen. Cooper Matson had that one poked away. Christensen was chasing that down. Now Garf will pick up the foul. That'll be Tyson's first foul of the ball game.
Continue to say, Jared McGregor, Dusty's got 3 points today and just has not been able to get involved in this offense very much. And it's really surprised me today. And some of that has been the defense of Davis, right? I want to give them some credit. But he's really been, he hasn't touched the ball a lot. And I think he just has 2 shots today.
Christensen front end of 1-on-1 is good. He's got one more. Short on the second. And we'll go the other way with the Darts. I'm not sure what Coach Carling was frustrated with. But it's a 1-point lead for Davis. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Who's moving on? Leonhardt in the corner, Garf. And it rolls out, tipped up by Redford. Rebound taken by Matson.
Boy, I thought that was going to go in. Look good from Garf from the corner.
White, give it up to the cutting Matson, and Cooper will go to the line. That foul goes to K.O. Fisher. That is number 4. It'll be 2 free throws for Cooper Matson.
I think Cooper's gone 1-1 his last 2 trips, or 1 of 2 on his last 2 trips. Big free throws coming.
And back rims the first. Just looking at Fury on the sideline, just he couldn't believe it. Matson can't get the first. See if he can tie us up at 49 with this one. And he does. And Vernon will come on for K.O. Fisher.
This is a young man against Fremont that went off. Hit some big shots to help that Davis comeback. We were talking with Coach Mulaney after the game, said we didn't have him on our scouting report. Played some JV time, but boy, he made great use of his varsity minutes in that game, and you got to watch out for number 2 on the floor here for Davis.
Leonhardt comes off the screen of Redford. Got Redford in the lane. Redford sent out to Garf, now to Vernon. Will jump it, no. And the rebound still loose, taken by Sampson. And Sampson forces the contact, and it'll be Jake Sampson going to the line with 2:14 left in the fourth. And that's the 4th personal foul on Cooper Matson.
I think it's White.
Oh, pardon me, on White. You're right, it was White. And Sampson knocks down the first. And Coach Carling takes a timeout, full timeout on the floor. 2:14 left in the fourth quarter. Davis leading by 1. You're watching the 2019 6A state tournament on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Commentary brought to you by Tosh, Orthopedic Specialty Hospital.
Jimmy John is a proud supporter of the Utah High School Activity Association. Stop by your nearest Jimmy John location today to try their new 9-grain meat sub, made with the best of the best ingredients and baked fresh every day in store. Now available at Jimmy John's near you. Eat yeah, free camp. Jimmy John's. Visit MaxPreps.com for stats, schedules, rosters, and more. MaxPreps, America's source for high school sports. Watch a replay of today's event for free online at live.ksl.com. The Utah High School Activity Association is proud to use inspired products from Wilson Sporting Goods. For athletes to perform their best, they require the best, and that's what Wilson's delivered for over 100 years. Learn more at wilson.com.
Sampson made the first free throw before the timeout. And the second. 2-point game, Dane.
He struggled from the floor, Dusty, but he made 2 free throws in the third and 2 here in the fourth. Big time shots from the junior Jake Sampson.
Christensen inside to Allen. Allen backs his way in and got it. Took Leonhardt to the block and went to work.
Yeah, Leonhardt was right there with him. Very good defense, stayed vertical, didn't foul, made a contested shot, but Allen with a solid finish. He's got 11.
Leonhardt up the floor, off the screen. Sampson, Madsen with a great play to jump that pass and to steal. Coach Sims wanted a timeout, and I actually agree that he couldn't get the timeout there. You disagree?
Well, all I know is Sampson's on top of the ball, and next thing you know, Madsen's wrestling it away from him. I'm surprised there wasn't a foul. I guess that would be my argument. Is my player's on the ball, how does he not come away with it?
And Christensen goes right to the hole and finishes.
His day just continues to shine. 24 points for Trey Christensen.
Garf fouled by Allen. That is number 5. It's 4th. And Coach Carling and Coach Sims both have had issues in this game. And
On the line for 2 shots.
well, this game's gonna be good down the stretch.
Hey, you want atmosphere in a building? We're gonna get atmosphere in a building.
You got both coaches are hot under the collar, ready to. Every call means something down this last minute 12. And Garf got them both, tied at 53.
On one end, there's a tradition to defend. On the other, there's a tradition to build, Dusty. There's a lot on the line here.
53-53, each team with 3 timeouts remaining. Possession arrow belongs to Westlake. Down to a minute. Remember, no shot clock in Utah High School basketball. We could have one of our vaunted state tournament hold the ball for the last minute for the final shot moments.
This is when I just get to kick my feet up and let Dusty do the work.
There's the far side there with McGregor. As this game was a 12-2 start in favor of Davis. Westlake came back, took a 6-point lead. Davis has had to claw its way back to tie it up, take the lead, and do others. McGregor can't get it to go. And now Davis can play for the final possession.
Man, a good look from your leading scorer. I'm surprised that one didn't go down from McGregor.
Garf with 15. He's got 23 on the night.
Any bet where this goes? Stays with 21.
Yeah. 5 seconds. Garf into the corner. Redford 3. Redford at the horn. And we head to overtime. Davis 53, Westlake 53. You're watching the 2019 6A state tournament on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Free basketball coming your way.
play a 4-minute overtime. 4 minutes.
Welcome back into the best game of the day thus far, as we are in overtime. Davis and Westlake. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, Deseret News Rewind, and Dane, those first 4 quarters, after the first few minutes, it has been a neck-and-neck game.
Been stellar. And, you know, Trey Christensen's been big. Tyson Garf has been big. The real losers of this game is Kearns and West Jordan, because they got to go back in the locker rooms. They can't even watch it. The other thing is their warm-up going to be significantly reduced. There's a foul here called on Sampson. That'll be his 4th. And that's the other aspect. You know, we talked about the Davis players, and a number of them had a pair of fouls back in that first quarter. They've done a really good job of not picking up additional fouls. Just to catch you up, Austin White and Drake Allen with 4 apiece for Westlake. Christensen and Matson both with 3 apiece. Meanwhile, for Davis, that was the 4th on Sampson. Redford with 3, and K.O. Fisher also has 4.
Well, they got on the board Redford with 4.
All righty, I'll adjust that.
McGregor got the first and rolls off the second. 54-53, Westlake with the lead. Up top, K.O. Fisher. And now Sampson straight away with Garf. Nice jab step. Garf rolls it in.
Not a lot Drake Allen can do. We mentioned has the 4 personals. He's got to be conservative with his defense, and Tyson Garf recognizing that. I would change that defensive matchup if I was Coach Carling.
And on the other end, Christensen, nice find to Matson. Blocked by Garf, who has done everything, and out of bounds off of Davis.
How about a little payback, right? It was Garf who was going at the rim, and Matson had the block back in the 3rd quarter, I think it was. Might have been early 4th.
It was Trey Christensen.
Was it?
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, Trey. They both have a 2 on the jersey.
As Matson terminates, send up top to McGregor. Down to 3 minutes remaining in overtime. Skip to Matson for 3. His 3rd of the ball game.
Boy, and he'd kind of been cool from the floor in this second half. Most of his points, I think all of his points in the second half, coming from the line. Great job by Matson of just confidently hitting that shot to give Westlake the lead back.
Leonhardt now up top to K.O. Fisher. And now it's Redford. Brandon send outside Leonhardt. Pass up the 3 and draws a foul on the drive. That's number 5 on White. And Austin White, the senior, will leave the floor and hope that his teammates can earn him another game in the Westlake Thunder Navy and Gold. And that is the 10th team foul on Westlake, so now in the double bonus. As Graydon Fawcett will enter the game for Coach Carling.
Number 5, Graydon Fawcett.
And Leonhardt misses the first. Davis's free throws in that 4th quarter were clutch. Sims will check in. And Leonhardt rolls in the second. So Sampson will come off, not picking up that 5th foul on the defensive end of the floor. As Sims comes on and he picks up McGregor, who's leading scorer on the season, but on the day only 4 points. And just like that, Sims picks up a foul, guarding McGregor away from the ball. And it'll be McGregor going line for 2 free throws, as now Davis has entered the double bonus. As McGregor hits the first, and he can make it a 3-point game, and a game that neither team have lit it up from the outside.
Well, we've done such a good job defensively on McGregor today. Giving him 2 looks from the line here. Of course, was sent to the line earlier in this overtime period. And having gone 2 for 2 there, you wonder if Jared McGregor now has a better feel and rhythm for his shot.
Up the floor with Tyson Garf, trailing by 3, 59-56. High post to Redford. Redford goes at Christensen, gets the foul, and it rolls off. And it'll be Brandon Redford going the line, and that's number 4 on Trey Christensen.
And you've seen Davis be much more aggressive on the offensive end of things, going right to the rim. I mean, they drew the 5th on Austin White, now the 4th on Trey. And if I'm Coach Sims, I keep calling for that ball to work inside. You may have opportunities to kick out for the 3, but really after the first, 3-4 minutes of this ball game, the 3 ball really has not dropped for the Davis Darts.
That ball rattled in, out, above the square and down. You got a big ol' out of everybody. And Redford calmly hits the second, 59-58. 2 minutes left in overtime. As Drake Allen walks it up the floor, outside to Anderson, or Christensen. Christensen to Matson. McGregor stolen by Leonhardt.
A great read by Trevin, able to pick that off.
Redford force the issue, can't get it, gets his own rebound and step. No, Coach Sims called timeout. 1:37 left in overtime. Westlake leads by 1. You're watching the 6A state tournament on the WATCHit network. Commentary brought to you by Tosh, Orthopedic Specialty Hospital.
There are countless benefits to participating in high school sports and activities. The NFHS My Reason Why campaign highlights diverse stories and memories shared by students, parents, coaches, officials, and community members. Share yours at nfhs.org/myreasonwhy. Watch a replay of today's events for free online at live.ksl.com. And fans, don't forget to visit the shirt stop to pick up your state hoodies out at Portal 14 at the West Concourse here at the Event Center. You can also pick up t-shirts and hats. The shirt stop creates and designs the highest quality custom apparel in the state of Utah. If your team or company is looking for retail quality screen printing, embroidery, or promotional products at a killer price, be sure to reach out to the folks at the shirt stop today out of Portal 14. In the lineup for Davis, number 2, Spencer Vernon.
Minute 37 left in overtime. Vernon checks in the game for Davis. As Leonhardt triggers into Sampson. Davis looking to take the lead. Sampson hands off to Vernon. Now Leonhardt straight away. And give it up to Tyson Garf. Garf with Allen on him. Allen has 4 fouls. Garf forces it, can't get it. Rebound in the hands of Allen. This game has been called tight, so I don't blame Garf for driving it, thinking he's going to get a foul call. Allen guarded by Redford. Both have 4 fouls.
Coach Carling trying to ask for patience from his offensive unit, and timeout now going to be taken.
So timeout, Coach Carling. 1 minute left in OT. Westlake clinging by 1.
30-second timeout. checking in for Davis, number 13, Sam Arrington.
One-point game, 59-58, Westlake with the lead. Dusty Litzner and Dane Stewart with you here at the TD Event Center. Allen traveled, yep. Drug that foot when he came, stopped.
You could see it from up here. Davis brought the double team. I was surprised he terminated to begin with, and that double team coming right at him. Tried to escape out of it and just couldn't hold that pivot foot.
So now up the floor with Garf. Garf working on Matson, gets around him. Garf gives Davis a 60-59 lead, 40 seconds left. Clock is showing 3 timeouts left on each side. Now down to 30.
27 for Garf.
Here's Matson. Now McGregor gets past Redford. That's going to be number 5 on Redford. Wave off the bucket.
Yeah, that's the right call. That foul was definitely on the floor. McGregor, the pump fake, got Redford in the air. And in a desperate attempt to not give up the lay-in, grabbed his arm, and Redford is fouled out with 16.
And the senior will leave the floor with his team with a 1-point lead. And that's what's so hard for some of these seniors. They leave at this game this close. You don't know your season's over.
Yeah.
We saw Hendrickson in the game before this from Cyprus was very emotional. I don't think he thought his team would come back, which was kind of surprising. They went down 4. But yeah, these guys are just hoping that their teammates can get them to Wednesday. They get them one more day wearing their school colors.
A great effort tonight by Redford.
McGregor to tie it up. And Coach Sims will take a timeout. 23 seconds left here in overtime. Timeout on the floor. Full timeout. You're watching the 2019 6A State Tournament on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
Did you know that every dairy in Utah is family owned? On behalf of Utah Dairy's farmers, we want to congratulate all the teams competing in this year's state tournaments. Healthy bodies start with great nutrition, and choosing milk is a great way to get the nutrients you need. Learn more at dairywest.com. Mountain America Training is proud to be the new title sponsor of the Utah High School Activity Association. Visit macu.com for more information, and thank you, Mountain America. Check out the Deseret News for the best place to read about Prep Sports online. Online at desnews.com. Des News, now you know.
.23 seconds left in this opening round game. Davis and Westlake tied at 60. McGregor has one more free throw to give Westlake a lead. And it's a 1-point Thunder advantage. See if Coach Sims had drawn up a play during that timeout. 2 timeouts left for Davis. Garf now to Sampson. Sampson will drive, Sampson hanging and hitting with 9 seconds left. Timeout, Coach Carling. Jake Sampson, who has struggled from the floor all night with the running right-hander. Dane, your thoughts on what we just saw?
Dustin, I think he only had 1 field goal in this ballgame, and it was back in the first quarter. He's now got 8 points, but I think in the second and the third, his 4 points all came from the line, if I recall correctly. And to go to him in overtime, and allow him the opportunity to take that shot. It's a difficult one. I mean, he's kind of going away from the basket, that right hand able to float it up and over. What a shot by the junior Jake Sampson to put Davis back on top.
Well, this game has gone seesaw back and forth since the third quarter. These teams have battled with 1-point advantages, and now if you're Westlake, Dane, what are you drawing up? Who are you looking for down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I'm either going to go inside with Trey Christensen or give it to Cooper Matson. I think those have been the two guys, but I'm trying to get to the rim. I mean, to me, I don't know that you're going to get bailed out with a call inside of, 2 seconds left or so, but we've seen it before, right? I think I'm trying to go inside. I love what Davis did on the drive, but I just don't know that you have that player on the floor that can do that right now. Maybe Drake Allen could do it, but I go inside to Trey and look for him to either get a shot or look for, an outlet either down the lane or a kick out.
And that's the thing, is that you got to advance the ball the full length of the floor. And I'm trying to figure out, Coach Carling asking some questions of different things. But remember, this isn't the NBA, which is amazing that you don't advance the ball. So you got to go the length of the floor in 8 seconds and get a good look. And now Coach Sims takes a timeout. So we'll take it with them. 8 seconds left. You're watching the 6A first round on the Watch It Network.
Timeout, Davis. Full timeout. Stats and standings are available at mathsprep.com, the official stats partner of the UHSAA. The benefits of high school sports and activities extend beyond the four corners of the field and walls of the auditorium. From lifelong lessons in hard work, perseverance and teamwork, leadership skills and citizenship. Learn more about the NFHS My Reason Why campaign at nfhs.org/myreasonwhy.
Eight seconds left in overtime. Westlake looking for the win. Davis has one timeout left. Here comes Christensen. Right to the rim. Christensen blocked by Garf and out of bounds off of Davis. They advanced the ball all the way to the other end of the floor. And there's 2.3 seconds left.
He tried to outlet it to the corner. I mean, the help defense came and had a man wide open. There was just no way he was going to get enough behind that. Probably fortunate that ball gets deflected and out of play, because I don't know if it would have had enough time to dribble out there and get a shot away.
I mean, that's just interesting. Garf able to come from behind and get that ball. And I'm impressed that there's time left on the clock. But now it's set up underneath the hoop. Dane, you got to put the advantage all of a sudden now goes to Westlake.
Yeah, I think it does. 2.3, and this is a team full of shooters. You can do a lot of things, including running screens, and you only need 2. I mean, so, you can run something inside, you can run something on the outside. I would look for, maybe a cut underneath to get Christensen coming around on a curl and maybe have Matson on the backside. But I think you're going to get a good look from inside of about 6 or 8 feet on this one.
The question I have for myself is trying to think of where would I put Tyson Garf on the inbound, because
I would
put him on the inbound and make it a tougher pass. What do you,
I put him
Rigby
on the ball side, watching for that screen to come around, and just have him be my floater on defense, right? So he's guarding the ball, but without facing the ball, and he's just really in charge of surveying the floor and trying to come over and help off of a screen. That's what I would do.
So it'll be Rigby guarding the inbound. And now Coach Sims takes a timeout, the final timeout for Davis. And can't blame him, be the final timeout of the season. 2.3 seconds left. You're watching the 2019 6A State Tournament on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
Timeout,
2.3 seconds left, and Westlake to inbound, looking for the win. It's McGregor to trigger, looking for Trey Christensen, and Coach Carling had a bailout with a timeout. 2.3 seconds left, and there'll be no timeouts left.
I think they have one. I think Westlake still has one, don't they?
I thought there was one when we saw that, but we'll watch.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So that was the last timeout. Full timeout here.
Full timeout. You're watching the 2019 6A state tournament.
To the folks at the shirt stop today, out in Portal 14.
2.3 seconds left of overtime. Westlake, there are no timeouts left on either side of the floor. So this will be the final play of the game. Fawcett into Matson. And Davis holds off Westlake.
61.
In a closely contested game from the second quarter on, Dane. I mean, how do you encapsulate this one?
I'm still processing that. You have a shot for a game winner from the baseline, and Matson, who's been so good from beyond the arc in this game, and it gets jammed. Man, what a disappointing first round game for Westlake. And you know, give all the credit in the world to the Thunder. It was a fantastic year for them. This senior group, been a number of years building this thing for Coach Carling, and I really thought they were positioned to make a good run in this tournament. I thought they had a lot of great talent on the floor. But for the Davis Darts and Brandon Redford and Tyson Garf, the seniors that have been really the focal points of Davis basketball the last couple of years, to get the job done here in a matchup that neither of us thought the Darts would pull out. It's Sampson late, but it's Garf with 27, 13 of them coming in the third, 4 in overtime. Congratulations to the Davis Darts on a huge first round win over the Westlake Thunder.
Player of the game.
Tyson Garf. Yeah. 27 points, led the way. I thought he was great defensively as well. Tyson Garf all over the floor. Congratulations to Tyson Garf.
Davis with a big overtime win over Westlake, and they'll move on to play Wednesday against the winner of our next game, Kearns and West Jordan. For Bill Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching Deseret News Rewind's coverage of the 2019 6A State Tournament on live.ksl, deseretnews.com. Commentary brought to you by Tosh, Orthopedic Specialty Hospital, and commentary brought to you by, Scoreboard brought to you by Heidemann and Associates.